In the pages of military history, few names carry the quiet weight of legend the way his does. A soldier who began fighting at 15, a commander wounded again and again, yet always returning to the front, a Highland officer whose very presence could steady a line of men against impossible odds. But who exactly was Sir Colin Campbell? How does one man earn the loyalty of thousands, the respect of monarchs, and the fear of entire armies? Today, we enter the life of a soldier, said to be sans peur et sans reproche, without fear and without reproach. And now, let the story begin. General Sir Colin Campbell. This gallant officer left England a few days ago on his return to the Crimea, where his brave Highlanders will joyfully welcome their beloved chief, who has so often led them to victory. To give even a sketch of Sir Colin Campbell's military career would be to pass in review some of the most glorious events in the military annals of Great Britain. In every part of the globe where British valour has earned renown, we find the gallant Scot in the van. He served in the 9th Regiment during the Peninsular War, present at Wimmera, in the advance and retreat under Sir John Moore, at Corunna, at Barossa, and Tarifa. At the siege of St. Sebastian, he received 2 severe wounds, and was wounded again at the passage of the Bidassoa. Attached to the army of Ballesteros at the end of 1812, he was sent on the expedition to relieve Tarragona. In 1814-15, he appears in the 60 Rifles, serving in America. In 1823, he acted as brigade major in suppressing the insurrection in Demerara. In 1842, he commanded the 98th Regiment in the expedition to China, present at the capture of Qingqiangfu and operations near Nankin. He commanded the 3rd Division in the Punjab campaign of 1848-49. Ramnagar, the passage of the Chenab, the affair of Savulapur, the battle of Chilianwala, where again he was wounded, Gujarat, and the concluding operations. He served continuously in 1851-52 as Brigadier General in the Peshawar district in operations against the hill tribes, forcing the Kohat Pass under Sir Charles Napier, fighting the Momuns, who finally submitted after defeat at Punj Pau by a small cavalry and horse artillery detachment under his direct command. Although the combined tribes numbered more than 8,000 men, in 1852 he led an expedition against the Utmankhel and Ranazai tribes, destroying the strongly defended village of Noadund and the fortified village Prangor, and routed them decisively at Iskakote, where 8,000 tribesmen faced fewer than 3,000 under Sir Colin. For these services, he received the War Medal with 5 clasps, the Chinese Medal, the Punjab Medal with 2 clasps, was made KCB, and later GCB. 47 years of active service had not dimmed his energy. Among the brave men whose names are engraved on their country's memory, Sir Colin Campbell stands prominently. The Crimean War. In nearly every Crimean battle, his brigade played a role. On the 20th of September, 1854, at the Battle of the Alma, the 1st Division, Grenadier, Coldstream, and Scots Fusilier Guards, with the Highland Brigade, crossed the river to support the Light Division. With fixed bayonets, they charged the Russians. When the Russians heard the English cheer and the fierce Highland yell, they broke. Then came the moment of legend. The struggle between Guards and Highlanders to be first into the Russian redoubt. Sir Colin, leading his men far ahead, shouted, "We'll hae none but Highland bonnets here." This charge decided the day the Alma gave immense prestige to British arms. In enthusiasm, Canrobert exclaimed, "All I ask of fortune is to command English troops for 3 weeks. Then I could die happy." On 25th October, at Balaclava, when the Turks abandoned their redoubts and Russian cavalry thundered forward, the 93rd Highlanders under Sir Colin formed in line, not square. A daring manoeuvre, the Russian cavalry charged, expecting to overrun them. The 93rd fired a volley. The Russians hesitated. A second volley. Then they turned away, unwilling to face the bristling bayonets of a single regiment. This moment became immortal as the thin red line. On the day of Inkerman, the Highland Brigade defended Balaclava against a flank attack. By bravery and kindness alike, Sir Colin was beloved throughout the army. And so ends the story of a soldier carved from a different age. A man who bled on 3 continents, who stood unshaken before cavalry charges, who won battles with courage, discipline, and an iron sense of duty. A commander who never sought fame, yet found it. Who never chased honor, yet earned it beyond measure. Another life examined, another truth revealed, another forgotten chapter brought back to light by the black folder.